Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be doing the long-awaited all of my tattoos video. I've been putting it off because I kept getting like new ones and I kind of want to wait, I kind of wanted to wait until my chest was done and until I wasn't getting any new ones because then the video wouldn't be accurate anymore, you know what I mean? So I'm taking a little break for now, so I figured it was a good time to do this. So I'm not going to get into too much detail about all of my tattoos. I have individual videos on most of them. For example, I have one on my sleeve, one on my chest. And it goes more into detail about the actual tattoo and the pain level rating and the meaning behind it and stuff like that. So if you look at my body modification playlist, you can see information on all of my tattoos more individually, but this is just kind of like a rundown of everything I got going on right now. So I'm gonna start from the top down, yes, top down. So starting from the top, I have my eyebrows microbladed. Again, not going to go into too much detail about that because I'm going to have a whole video coming up about it. So I have my eyebrows microbladed. I have a small tattoo behind each of my ears. I'm not really attached to these anymore. I think that they're just going to get covered up eventually when I get my throat and neck done, whenever that time comes. But behind this ear, I have the state of New Jersey, the outline with a Hello Kitty bow on it. And then behind this ear, I have a illustration that Gerard Way did of the Electro Cat. It's from the Danger Days album from Battery City. It's just kind of not that cute, so I'm just kind of over it. I still like it because it was his drawing, but it just wasn't done that well, so I'm kind of just over them. They're just small little dinky tattoos. They're cute, but if they're gone at some point I won't be upset about it. So my chest, if this is your first time on my channel, then you don't know that I had a scarification basically gone wrong on my chest, and it was a whole big long process to get it covered basically. So again, I have videos all about that already. You should go check them out. But on my chest, I have My Chemical Romance lyrics. It says Bulletproof Heart. That was the original tattoo on my chest. And then to build around it to cover my scar, I just have this mandala type of piece. So then I have my whole stomach done. It is a pig with a top hat and a monocle. And the bottom portion where the leaves are is actually cover up. I had script there from when I was a lot younger. I have my whole left sleeve. So the whole, I again also have videos on who did my tattoos. So on the top of my arm, I have a blow dryer, roses, a comb, and some shears because I'm a hairstylist. And then I wanted a heart locket and a key, so that's what I got. I have a heart locket with a red ribbon, and then a key on the other side, and then I have some gems and diamonds as filler. I have a ship's helm or a captain's wheel because I grew up on boats, not literally, but my dad always had a boat. Then a rose for filler, a vintage hairspray bottle spraying out hairspray, hairstylist, and then I have a lipstick and lip prints because I'm a cosmetologist, I love makeup, and kind of a gem heart filler. And moving on to that hand, I just have a basic rose because roses are my favorite flower. I have the word vegan because I'm vegan, and I have cruelty-free on the other side because everything I use in my life is not tested on animals. And then my knuckles. This one says mind because my knuckles say open mind when you put them together. And my cuticles all have 3 dots on it. And my palms have scissors on them. This is too much. This is gonna be taking forever. I have scissors on my palms. Again, hairstylist, self-explanatory. This arm. So starting from the top, I have I'm Russian, but I don't speak Russian, so my pronunciation is wrong. But it's a Matryoshka doll or Matryoshka doll. It's the little nesting dolls that fit inside each other. I used to love those as a kid. So yeah, I got one, a Russian doll because I'm a Russian doll and it looks like me. It has my cheek piercings and all that stuff. So it's basically me as a Russian doll, and it has a crack in the bottom where the heart is. And here is a compass. It's a broken compass because sometimes you don't know what direction you're gonna go in. And then I have a broken mirror, which kind of represents my love and hate for vanity. I have a human skull on a taxidermy mount because fuck hunting. And then a broken perfume bottle. Oh, and then I forgot about these. My fingers have a pink bow and a gray anchor. What else? Okay, my legs. I'll start with my right leg. So I have the Leaping Bunny logo, which is what's on a lot of things that are not tested on animals. I have a Hello Kitty with a mandala in it. It started out actually just as like the Hello Kitty outline, but then I added the mandala because it was kind of like a lot of empty space. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of like the little symbols that represent each of the band members in My Chemical Romance in Danger Days, like all their little superhero like aliases. And then I have the Danger Days album cover, which is like the little spider. It's not the whole album cover, but just like the spider. I have a girl putting on lipstick. Oh, and above that I have a wolf, which is actually a cover-up. I had gotten a tattoo for a music video. Like, I was a model in a music video, and one of the requirements of them hiring me was to get a tattoo, and I was like, sure, I don't care, because I can just cover it, so that's what I did. Below that is a rat, and it's actually one of my first rats in my adult life, pet rats, named Harley. So I got her tattooed on me. Under that is a bat from like a $31 tattoo day kind of Halloween thing, but I do love bats. And then I have like a couple little Friday the 13th and like $20 tattoo day things in there, like an anchor and like a bumblebee and just little jammers. And then I also, on my inner thigh, have the, okay, so I met Gerard Way after My Chemical Romance broke up and he was touring solo. And it was the first time I met him, so I was like, can you draw me a pig on my ticket? So he drew me a pig, and I got the pig tattooed on my inner thigh because it was kind of the only spot for it. Underneath that, I have a little like anchor with a heart and a plus sign in it, and that was for a Hurricane Sandy benefit, because here in New Jersey, we were hit by Hurricane Sandy and it caused a lot of destruction, so they did a fundraiser, and all the proceeds for that tattoo went to that, the, you know, rebuilding of our cities. So that was that. And below that is a picture of my favorite hamster in the whole world. Her name was Whiskey. And she was like the most special hamster that I've ever had and probably ever will have. Like, she was so close to my heart. And one of my favorite memories of her is when I used to give her rose petals and she would eat the rose petals. So I got a picture of her eating a rose petal. Right in the middle above my knee, I have a moth. I just wanted a pretty moth, so I got a pretty moth. Then I have the YouTube play button, because obviously YouTube is a huge part of my life. It had a huge impact on me. It's one of the reasons I'm like a person. Like, literally YouTube made me who I am, so I had to get a YouTube tattoo. And below that I have a mandala on my knee. Both of my shins, like right below my knee, it says sick girl. It's just kind of like a play on like my issues with mental health, and also that I get sick a lot. I have a shitty immune system, but it's mostly just like a play on like embracing mental health issues. Below the lettering I have a skeleton. A song by a band called Hardest inspired this tattoo. It's a really pretty song, but I kind of wanted a skeleton tattoo anyway, because skeletons are kind of something we all have, even if it's not full. Like, some people are missing some bones, but it's something that's inside all of us and something that every human being pretty much has in common, so found that interesting. Next to that I have a cactus. I was in Texas, I wanted a cactus tattoo, and I was like, what better place than here? I have these 2 cactuses on my windowsill, actually right behind the camera, that I got when I was in elementary school. We used to have plant sales every year, and I always got a cactus, and I've had them here for all of these years, so I like to watch them flower every year, which is cool. Underneath that I have a love letter. It's a long story. Ex-boyfriend, not in my life anymore, but I still like the tattoo. Then I have a Virgo symbol. It's like, it kind of actually looks like an MJ, which is ironic. Like, everyone's like, oh, are those your initials? I'm like, no, it's just a Virgo symbol because I'm a Virgo. Left leg. I have my mom's handwriting in a little heart. It says, I love you with all my heart and all my soul, forever and always, from Mom. And she said that to me every night, like, since I was a baby, before bed. That's what she says to me. And I had a self-harm scars there from, I used to cut myself, so I wanted to cover it with something that would make me not do it ever again. And since she's like the most important person to me, I figured that was the best way to kind of cover up that chapter of my life and make sure that I never went back to that place. And then underneath that is a portrait of my dog Godfrey with a crown on his head, because he is my king. He's my best friend and I love him more than literally anything, so I have his portrait. So my feet were my first tattoos. I have a video about those too. They're basically just 2 bows with a rose in the middle. It says, don't look back, live life well, and then I added anchors. And we're coming to an end. The back of my legs, like kind of like under my butt, like the back of my thighs, it says baby doll. And the reason for that is just because it's like kind of like, I just think it's like a cute, it's just cute. It's like a cute phrase. And my whole life when I was younger, especially, people always told me I looked like a porcelain doll, like the little baby dolls. So I just liked it. I was like, I'm gonna get it tattooed. On the back of my like calves, I have the Demolition Lovers, like the bride and the groom from the Three Cheers from Sweet Revenge. Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge album cover by My Chemical Romance. It's my favorite album by them, and I kind of wanted them, but like prettier, so I put them in cameos, and that's it. So my ribs say, I see humans but no humanity, and it's a quote. The reason for that is just because, again, you've probably gathered like from this video that me being vegan has like a big part, it's a big part of my life, and I think humans really, really suck, and humanity is like the least humane species on this planet, so that's why I got that. And then I have two tattoos on my back. I'm actually in the process of getting these lightened / like removed so I can get a full back piece. One is just kind of like a mandala-ish type of flower, and then I have lyrics. It says, I broke the mold somehow. It's in a Day to Remember song just because I like the lyric. I'm not like a huge Day to Remember fan. I do like them, but I just like the lyric. And I still like these two tattoos, but they're just kind of in the way of a full back piece, so they gotta go. So that's actually it. I'm literally out of breath from talking about this. I knew it was gonna be a long video, so I tried to rush through it a little bit. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Stay sassy, and I'll talk to you soon.